Hi, it's Karen again with another day in my life vlog, and that's what today is going to be about. This video. Not much to report today. Gotta be honest. I'm kind of run down. The last 2 days I've been working a lot of hours. I worked one night to 10 p.m. and the next one at 2 a.m. and I really don't get good sleep as it is. Ever since I caught that illness about 4 years ago, sleep it just doesn't happen. So I'm exhausted most of the time. So, my circadian rhythm feels like it's off. Since I don't sleep well, I sleep a little bit later and work later into the evening and night hours. That's what I do. But also, I don't know if I'm run down today or if it's the weather. It's the dead of winter right now, and I'm in an area that really shouldn't have fog, and we got this weird fog that sits here for hours, if not days, and it's just strange. Originally I come from a place that's foggy, and fog's there and it lifts, it goes. You never know it was there. Now it leaves a footprint. And on top of it being a dead of winter and fog that doesn't leave, we had a tornado warning. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't need any more on top of this illness I'm dealing with. I don't need any of this weather drama. My my parents got in their house flooded. I guess about 10 years ago at this point. They were in that house 50 years. I was about 5 years old when we moved into it. I just saw what it did to them. It just really aged my parents having to go through that. They lost everything. They were able to rebuild their house, but they lost everything. So a day in my life is dealing with, these long-term effects of an illness, and then these crazy weather patterns. And I somehow have to find it in me to get to the gym to do some physical therapy on this knee. I have the 2 meniscus tears, and I'm gonna go because I see it's working, it's paying off. I don't feel like going. I really don't. I just feel like this weather really has me down. But I'm gonna go there and get it done. I just feel like I'm off right now. I haven't been watching my little motivational things that I usually do to kind of keep me on a good frequency. And although I'm not I'm not bad off, I just can tell it makes a difference when I play my healing frequencies and watch my little positive videos. I don't watch the news. It's just too traumatic, too depressing. So I just been tuning into things like, I don't know if y'all remember the sitcom called Alice with Mel's Diner. You can't beat, what's that, Alice Hyatt, Florence Jean Castleberry, and Vera Louise Gorman. I've been watching that a lot. At least it's funny and it's positive, funny stuff that I really need to get back to the things that help me work on myself. I can tell that I'm not quite on key, but I'm doing good still. Gosh, there's really not a lot to report today. I try to think of some funny things to help, lift my spirits, and well, I don't know, give you a little funny story here. This is when I was small. I don't know, learning how to read age. I don't know what that is. But my parents would listen to me, and this is one evening they were watching their movie of the week in the living room, and I was on the couch with them with my little school book reading, whatever it was, and I would read blah, 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 and when I get to a word I didn't know, I'd show my mom and I'd point at it, and she'd tell me the word, and I just keep on. So she was halfway listening. I got to a word in my reading, and the word was where, W-H-E-R-E. So I showed Mom, and I pointed to the word, and she said, where? I said, there. There. She said, where? And she looked back at her TV. There. I'm getting a little upset at this point, and I was like, Mom. She's like, where? I was like, there. And I'm getting a little frustrated. And then my dad, he's on the other end of the couch, and he kind of notices what's going on, and he started laughing, and he's telling my mom what's going on. He says, y'all got it confused. She doesn't understand that the word is where, and she thinks that you're asking where. So about that time, she's laughing too. So they're both laughing, and I'm just a little girl at this point, and I get upset because I didn't think she was helping me, and at this point, I think they're laughing at me. And By the time they explained it and I understood, I was already upset. Went to my room. But I try to think of funny things like that to keep me going. I have really great parents. They're still around. They're still doing good. And I call them often, keep in touch with them, and I want to go see them again in the next couple of months. I need to make a visit. But that's really just a day in my life. I don't do much, but it seems like I work and do my physical therapy and try to work out. And I do have my pets. I love my animals. They kind of keep me going. I got a, I got a lot of little mouths to feed there. They can be a handful, but they're also very rewarding. And I make sure I greet everyone every morning. And I also, I have a pet door. They can go in and out as they please. And they stay around for the most part. But a few hours can pass, and I as many as I have, I know if a kitty cat's missing or something like that. I haven't seen so and so in a few hours. Get to calling, find them. But that's about a day in my life. Just working, taking care of my babies, my little animals, and getting to the gym. Doing a little complaining about it on the way, but I still get it done. I was hoping to do something more positive and motivating, but hey, this is the life of a Karen, and that's what this is all about. Getting through this illness that I'm going through, and I'm just hoping. I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. But things are better than they have been. Things are better than they were, I'd say 6 months ago and even a year ago. So I'm on the path of moving forward. And this is just a rough day. I think it just feels like the weather and just kind of being run down. But I'm gonna go ahead and get things together and get to the gym. So make myself feel better about today. And I'm going to leave it as I am doing my best. And things are getting better. And I hope that they are for you too. And thank you for tuning in.